Welcome to rainy Fenway Park. It is game one of a home-and-home series between the Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, as always, joined by Jerry Remy. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. Well, it's not been pretty for the Red Sox lately. 6 losses in a row, just swept by the Toronto Blue Jays. And, Jerry, they're hoping Interleague can change some things.
Well, Interleague has been very good for the Red Sox for a number of years now, and they certainly hope this gets things turned around for the Boston Red Sox. As we look at some numbers in Interleague play, .633 winning percentage since back in 2003. That's the best in the major leagues. The Red Sox, who are playing the Atlanta Braves, have won 20 of the last 28 games they have played. 10-4 right here at Fenway Park. And this season, 4-2 in interleague play, 2-1 against the Phillies and 2-1 against the Nationals. So the Red Sox, after having a team meeting today and interleague play coming to town, hopefully that'll change their luck a little bit.
Yeah, it's 2 here in Boston and 2 in Atlanta between the Red Sox and the Braves. Game 1 is coming up in a bit from rainy Fenway Park. We're back with more right after this. Experience the new Audi A3 today. Dunkin' Donuts, America runs on Dunkin'. Toyota's website for deals via Toyota.com. DraftKings, the official daily fantasy partner of your Boston Red Sox. Nissan, get to Nissan's ride of your life for exciting performance and bonus cash. Shop and choose Nissan.com. And by Southwest Airlines, book your low fare now at Southwest.com. Welcome back to Fenway Park as we prepare for Game 1 of a brief 2-game series between the Red Sox and the Braves. Welcome back inside the broadcast booth, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Well, the Red Sox struggles have been well documented, but several of the Red Sox players are having good seasons. Dustin Pedroia, who does not like leading off, has settled into the leadoff spot for the Red Sox. And since he's gotten there, the numbers have been incredible. A .359 average for him, 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 15 runs altogether, and 11 RBIs. Leads the American League with 33 hits since May the 23rd, and that's when he took over the leadoff spot. It's now 22 games for him in the leadoff spot. Well, Dustin had a lot to say today. Karen Austin will fill us in.
Thanks, Don. Dustin Pedroia had some strong comments today, saying that the only ones who still believe in this team are the 25 guys in the clubhouse, and they need to stop focusing on the outside noise. Manager John Farrell echoed Pedroia's comments when he addressed the media.
What matters most is that we rely on one another, and that we're in a situation where we've dug ourselves a hole. Let's be quite honest. And what we do and rally and support one another and go out and play the game assertively, anticipate situations as they unfold on the field, have one another's back, those are the things that we preach continuously. And that's all that we can concern ourselves with.
Well, John Farrell tonight hands the baseball to Rick Porcello. He's 4-6 with a 5.26 ERA, ready for his 13th start of the year. First pitch is next. Exciting performance and bonus cash. Shop ChooseNissan.com. Sullivan Tire and Auto Service. Thank you, New England, for 60 great years. The Scion TC. And by Uno, committed to the craft of pizza since 1943. Welcome back to Fenway Park as we get ready for this first game of really 4 games in a row. 2 here in Boston, 2 in Atlanta in this home-and-home series. Interleague play between the Red Sox and the Atlanta Braves. Freddie Gonzalez out there with John Farrell right now going over the ground rules here at wet Fenway. And it rained here all day in Boston and is lightly raining now as this game starts. But both teams aware of the fact that it is supposed to stay like this for the remainder of the night. Kind of a light drizzle, which they could play through. And certainly the considerations here, the Braves obviously do not come back, so they very much need to get this game in tonight. Right now the temperature 54 degrees here at Fenway Park. Breeze in from right field at 11 miles per hour in the forecast, mostly cloudy, so perhaps that precipitation is improving as the night goes on here at Fenway Park. As you can see the mist falling. Freddie Gonzalez brings in a team that is 30-33. They are 3.5 games back of the New York Mets in the National League East, with the Nationals between them and the Mets, but the Braves right now 3 games under 500. On the other side of the docket, Red Sox 8 games back of the Yankees and the Tampa Bay Rays, who are atop the American League East. And of course the Red Sox have now lost 6 in a row in a very tough weekend here against the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, the Red Sox take the field tonight. As they do, let's check out the Atlanta Braves lineup. It is brought to you by your New England Chevy dealers. Jace Peterson leading it off at second base with Cameron Maybin in center field. Freddie Freeman at first base with former Oriole Nick Markakis in right field. Juan Uribe coming over from the Dodgers is at third base. Kelly Johnson, the DH, with former Red Sox catcher A.J. Przinsky doing the catching. Another former Red Sox player back in 2013, Johnny Gomes in left field. And it is Andrelton Simmons who is at shortstop batting ninth. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox, starting pitcher presented by your local New England Audi dealers is Rick Porcello. His 12th start of the season as he comes in 4-6 with a 5.26 earned run average, 60 strikeouts, 18 walks in. Opponents hitting at .274 against Porcello. Last 4 starts for him have been tough. 0-4 with a 7.30 earned run average. Opponents hitting at .302 against Porcello.
Now the Red Sox defense is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They are 9th in the league with 39 errors on the season. Pablo Sandoval will be at third base. Xander Bogaerts the shortstop. Dustin Pedroia at second. Mike Napoli back in the lineup at first base. Left to right, Hanley Ramirez. Mookie Betts also back in the lineup. And Brock Holt, the right fielder. Sandy Leone doing the catching for Porcello.
Tonight's umpires are brought to you by Buick. Experience the new Buick lineup during this year's Sign and Drive. See your local Buick dealer today. Ron Culpa's got the plate with Vic Carapazza at first base, Brian Knight at second base, and the crew chief is Larry Vanover at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Now some rainy conditions here to begin this game tonight at Fenway Park. Drizzle falling at the ballpark and a little bit on the cool side. They are ready out there on the monster seats tonight. This is mid-June, right, Jerry?
That's the last time I checked. The answer to that was yes.
Now Jace Peterson ready to lead it off here for the Braves. And his second baseman toting a .285 average coming in. As Porcello ready to deal here, the first pitch of the ball game. And it's slap foul off to the left out of play.
And John Farrell was asked this afternoon about Porcello, and he said he'd like to see more sinking fastballs out of him tonight and get to some ground ball outs. You look at Porcello over the last couple of starts, no walks in those starts, but back-to-back losses.
We've talked about it many times as this one is lifted in the left field area. Ramirez headed over towards the seats, but he'll get back into the crowd. Porcello at his best when he can keep that two-seamer going and get a lot of ground ball outs.
You know, it's interesting. In the last start at Baltimore, Don, I really thought that the first 2-3 innings he had an excellent sinker going in that game, but then things started to come up for him. He got a few more cross-seamers after that and lasted 5 1/3, giving up 5 earned runs.
Dealing here with Peterson to get it started in the first inning. And a pop-up into shallow left. Bogarts out, Ramirez in. And look out, Bogarts will make the catch in front of Hanley Ramirez. And apparently Bogarts not here. Hanley calling him off, if Hanley did call him off.
And that's what happens, when you have a left fielder like Hanley who is not sure of things out there in left field. Bogarts knows that. And he continues back. And I think right at the last minute Hanley called, but it was too late for Bogarts to get out of the way, and he ends up making the catch.
Xander's shaking off the cobwebs there as they made some contact. One out in the first, and here is Cameron Maybin. Maybin coming in, hitting at .301. 5 homers and 32 runs batted in. He's had a great June, hitting at .420. Leads the major leagues in batting average during the month of June. It's the last 11 games for him. And look at the numbers. Sits safely in 14 of his last 17 games. And a grounder left side. Bogarts on the backhand, off balance throw. Dug out by Napoli for the out. Nicely done on both ends. Nice pick there by Napoli at first base to get Maybin 2 down.
That's exceptionally good right there because you're dealing with a wet baseball. Remember, even though the top has been covered, it's still raining out there right now. And when Bogarts picks that baseball up, it's wet. There's the bounce and right into the heel of the glove of Mike Napoli at first base. Very nice play on both ends.
No 2 down here in the first inning. Brings up Freddie Freeman. Freeman at .306 to start tonight's action with 12 homers and 40 runs batted in. They'll take the strike in. It evens at 1-1.
Hey, look at this Atlanta offense. They're 5th in average, 5th in runs scored. They don't hit a lot of home runs. They're 14th in the league in home runs, and they're the toughest team in the league to strike out.
So far on the road, under 500 are the Braves. Let's take a look at their ranks. Swing and a miss, and it's 2-2.
A change up there by Porcello, able to keep that ball down in the zone and gets the swing and miss. There you see the change up grip. A little bit of a dip right at the end.
Swing and a miss, and a good start for Porcello. Picks up his first K of the night. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Lineup is brought to you by your Eastern Hyundai dealers. Dustin Pedroia leads it off at second base with Brock Holt in right field. Hanley Ramirez in left with David Ortiz at DH. Xander Bogaerts at shortstop with Pablo Sandoval at third base. Mike Napoli, after a couple of days off, is at first base. Mookie Betts in center field, and Sandy Leon does the catching and bats ninth. The Braves starting pitcher is presented by New England Nissan dealers. Williams Perez makes his ninth appearance, sixth start, 2-0 with a 2.70 earned run average, 29 strikeouts, 17 walks, and opponents hitting at 248. He ended up with a save against the Mets on Saturday in his last appearance, as Dustin Pedroia leads it off and takes strike one.
Fastball, breaking ball, changeup we'll see tonight from Perez as we look at Dustin Pedroia's numbers on the season.
In the air, foul down the right field line, out of play. Pedroia coming in with a 5-game hitting streak. As a leadoff hitter, third in Major League Baseball on average. Outside for a ball, 1-2. The arsenal for Williams Perez. On the ground, off the pitcher's glove, and off the glove of the second baseman Peterson. And a knockdown behind second, and Pedroia's got a base hit, and now a 6-game hitting streak.
Now the Braves defense is brought to you by DraftKings. They're sixth in the National League with 34 errors in 63 games. Juan Uribe will be at third base, and Drelton Simmons the shortstop. Chase Peterson at second, and Freddie Freeman the first baseman. Left to right, Johnny Gomes, Cameron Maben, and Nick Markakis. A.J. Brzezinski doing the catching for Perez.
So lead runner on here for the Red Sox in the bottom of the first inning. It brings up Brock Holt, who again is in the 2 spot for the Red Sox. And Holt will take a look at ball one. Brock 2 for 12 in the series against the Blue Jays. Made a start at first base on Saturday, 9th time in his career that he's appeared at first. Getting the start in right field. Mike Napoli back at first base. Ryan Butterfield reeling off the signs from the third base coach's box, or the thereabouts region.
You mentioned that save last time out. 9 pitches he made against the Mets just a couple of days ago on the 13th. His last start was against San Diego, and that was on the 10th, through 98 pitches in 7 innings. Got a win in that game.
This marks his 6th major league start. And a ground ball, possibly 2 to short. Simmons will touch second and fire to first for the double play.
Well, again, you can see a wet baseball, but it doesn't bother Simmons because he can take it by himself right there. Waves off the second baseman. Plenty of time to tag the bag and throw Holt out at first base. Simmons only 2 errors on the season at shortstop.
So 2 down, bases empty for Hanley Ramirez. 275, 13 homers, and 33 runs batted in. Hanley was 3 for 9 in the series against the Blue Jays. Last 16 games hitting at .339 coming in. As he takes strike one. And the Braves on the road this year, 15-19. At home, they have a winning record, 15-14. Winning record against the American League so far, 3-2. Freddie Gonzalez's team 3.5 back of the Mets to begin tonight's action.
And we'll see plenty of them over the next 4 days. 2 games here in Boston and 2 down in Atlanta.
Ramirez lifts it in the air to shallow center field. Incoming is Maben. He can't, it looked like he couldn't see it, but he does see it, and he makes the catch. Coming in to make the grab to end the inning. Through one, no score from Fenway. The 1975 Red Sox in honor of their 40th anniversary and their 65th game of the 75 season. Red Sox lost 8-6 to Cleveland here at Fenway. Billy gave up 5 runs in 8 innings, but wound up with a no decision as Dick Trago blew the save and allowed the Indians to score 4 runs in the 9th to get the win. Second inning, and a first pitch strike into Nick Markakis. Seems so strange to see him in a Braves uniform after spending his entire career in Baltimore with the Orioles, and coming here to Fenway Park a great deal over the years. Fouls it off to the left out of play and down 0-2. 337 career interleague average. Now the highest among active players.
You know, it's strange, John. You see a guy in the cleanup position for the Braves doesn't have a home run this season.
So kind of yanked that down and in. .375 average against Porcello. On the ground, up the middle, and by the dive of Pedroia into center field. First base run of the night is Nick Markakis for the Braves, a leadoff single.
Well, the guy that has the most experience, obviously, against Porcello, he gave the average .375 with a home run against Porcello, and right over the top of the glove by the dive of Pedroia. And Markakis at first base. It seems so strange to see him in an Atlanta uniform after so many years with the Baltimore Orioles.
So lead runner on here for Atlanta in the second inning, and here is Juan Uribe. Uribe, of course, beginning the year with the LA Dodgers. Fired on May 27th from the Dodgers. His combined numbers between LA and Atlanta: 264, 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. Won World Series titles with the White Sox in 05 and the San Francisco Giants in 2010.
Interesting to see tonight if Atlanta plays a little hit and run with Porcello on the mound. I mean, if he's throwing that sinker, he's going to get ground balls, and usually those are the type of pitchers you put the hit and run play on with. Try to stay away from double plays.
Braves just coming from New York. They took on the Mets 3 games over the weekend and now here for 2 before heading home. See the hit direction for Uribe pretty much up the middle. Fly ball to right field. Brock Holt moving over on a wet surface to make the catch for the first out of the second inning. Join the 2020 Club and enjoy an affordable fun night at Fenway Park. Groups of 20 or more start at $20 each. Visit redsox.com/groups for more information. A wet night here at Fenway. Kind of a drizzle falling right now. Easy for me to say. I'm not sitting out there.
No, you're not. And it.
It's not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. It's a little drizzle. It's a little bit cool.
1 on, 1 out. Kelly Johnson, the batter. Johnson at 281 coming in. 6 homers and 21 runs driven in. Strike over the inside corner, and Kelly Johnson down 0-2.
Strike on a pitch that was up and away from Johnson, and now one that is down and in.
Kelly Johnson, a member of the Red Sox last year for 10 games. Swinging a foul tip, and Porcello gets his second strikeout of the night. 2 down.
I think by design that time that he elevates the fastball to pick up the strikeout ahead, and the count goes upstairs. And Kelly Johnson, with a slight uppercut swing, has a tough time getting to that pitch.
So 2 down. Markakis at first base, and it brings up A.J. Pierzynski. 273, 4 homers, and 21 runs driven in. A.J. takes the first pitch. On a ball down and in. Interesting. Swinging at 54.1% of pitches, the lowest rate of his career. We know here how aggressive he was in his time with the Red Sox, especially on that first pitch. 1-1 now to A.J.
Well, he's got 7 walks on the season already.
Wow.
Jumped on that first fastball that he did see, though.
Johnny Gomes waiting on deck here for the Braves in his return to Boston. Jammed, and a pop-up foul off to the left out of play.
See Porcello there trying to keep that fastball inside on Pierzynski.
Total of 72 games with the Red Sox at 254 in his time here last year. Line foul. Up off the facade and back down again. Little bloop back at third. Back goes Sandoval to make the running catch and foul ground and to end the inning. Inning and a half done from the Fens. No score.
Thanks, Don. We are with Mark Santos, the market president for Aetna New England. Mark, this will be your second year sponsoring the Red Sox. Why is this partnership so important to your organization?
Sure. Healthcare is arguably the most local business there is, and there's no better way to engage with our local members than a partnership with the Red Sox.
And you're also partnering with NESN to support Boston's homeless community. Tell us more about the Strikeouts campaign.
Sure. So for the month of June, for every Red Sox strikeout at home, we'll donate $250 to Boston Healthcare for the Homeless, which helps give healthcare insurance and services to men, women, and children in the Boston area.
You're also presenting Mass Challenge, a grant today. Tell us more about that.
Sure. Aetna views itself first and foremost as a technology company, and it's great to partner with a local entrepreneurial group like Mass Challenge, and we're happy we can provide that today.
Thanks for your time today.
Absolutely.
All right, Garen, thanks very much. David Ortiz leading it off here in the bottom of the second inning for the Red Sox. Ortiz, Bogaerts, and Sandoval to bat in the inning. Williams Perez gave up a hit in the first, but quickly erased that hit as grounding into a double play was Brock Holt. David at 229 with 9 homers and 28 runs batted in. Ortiz over the shift and into right center field for a base hit. Cameron Maben getting it back in, but Big Papi has got a leadoff single to begin the bottom of the second inning.
Well, we kind of highlighted David in the pregame show in our view from the booth, and there's a changeup that's down. That's a good pitch, and Ortiz able to cover the plate and reach out, put it on a line for the base hit. He has been hot recently. 6-game hitting streak now for Ortiz.
A leadoff single for Big Papi, and it brings up Xander Bogaerts. Xander at 290 with 2 homers and 24 runs batted in. Interesting that Bogaerts remains up in the order, hitting 5th in the return of Mike Napoli into the Red Sox lineup, but Napoli slides down after a couple of days off to 7th in the Red Sox order.
Kind of tough to leave Xander out of this part of the batting order right now, the way that he's swinging the bat. 290 batting average.
Sprays it foul off to the right, out of play.
It actually takes a little pressure probably off Napoli too to drop down a few spots in the lineup until he can get going after having a few days off.
Well, Xander had his 9-game hitting streak come to an end here yesterday, as he went 0 for 4 in the game yesterday, and actually 0 for his last 7 now at the plate. At 333 during his 9-game hitting streak. Outside for ball 3. On the ground towards shortstop. Simmons will try to start it to second for 1. On to first. It is indeed 2. So for the second straight inning, Red Sox get the lead runner on. And for the second straight inning, the Braves promptly turn a double play.
Yeah, those are the things that kill offenses. You start to try to get something going and get that leadoff man on, and automatically after that a double play and 2 very quick outs, both in the first inning here in the second inning.
So 2 down here in the second inning. Pablo Sandoval, the batter. 256, 6 homers, and 23 runs batted in for Sandoval. They're shifting on Sandoval here on the right side. Certainly the Braves have seen a lot of Pablo Sandoval over the years in the National League, and they've decided to align this way. We've not seen a lot of this. Strike over the inside corner. "37 games against the Braves, a .262 average. Stanley, the official tools of the Boston Red Sox when you demand performance in action on the job site. Sandoval batting with 2 down, bases empty here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. And sharply hit down by the tarp area. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Sandoval.
Sandoval out in front of a changeup that time by Perez. He's throwing him a couple of changeups in this at bat. One that went back to the backstop. That one pulled foul.
Pablo coming in with a 5-game hitting streak. And a fly ball to left field. Johnny Gomes on the move towards the warning track to make the catch. That ends the 2nd inning. We're through 2 without a score. Red Sox relive their memories from the magical run of the greatest World Series ever played. Don't miss the Red Sox report tomorrow at 2:30. Now the return of Johnny Gomes, signed by the Braves as a free agent in February after going to Oakland from Boston last year. 78 games last year with the Red Sox, hitting at .234. Of course, spending all of 2013 in a Red Sox uniform in the championship year. Brock Holt running over to grab out number 1 of the 3rd inning. Look back at Johnny Gomes' time with the Red Sox and so many great memories over the course of the 2013 season especially. And some big hits, Joey. 6 pinch hit home runs for Johnny Gomes. Finished the year last year with Oakland, now with Atlanta. Or started his major league career with Tampa Bay. And Andrelton Simmons takes strike 1. 6 pinch hit home runs. Red Sox career leaders. Only Ted Williams with more. Simmons hitting at .270 from the number 9 spot. 3 homers, 27 runs batted in. Jammed and pops it up right side. Look out. It is Napoli who makes the catch with Pedroia alongside.
Actually, the hitter getting jammed on this, and Napoli going back, and because he is taller than Pedroia, he's able to make the catch. Both guys wanted it. Napoli making the call, and usually it's the second baseman that has priority over the first baseman, but not when he's taller than you. Then you let the first baseman take it.
Jace Peterson, who popped out to the shortstop in the first inning. Xander Bogaerts making the catch. Were there any first basemen who were shorter than you?
No, I don't think so, no.
Popped up right side. Pedroia coming in now, and he's taking charge onto the grass to make the catch. It ends an easy inning for Rick Porcello. 2.5 done, no score from Fenway. Joined tonight by Peter Roth, CEO of Warner Brothers Television. They are braving the elements out there tonight. Light drizzle falling here at Fenway as we head to the last of the third inning in a scoreless contest. Mike Napoli, Mookie Betts, and Sandy Leon. To face Williams Perez, who has given a leadoff base hits to Dustin Pedroia and to David Ortiz in back-to-back innings, but his defense very quickly turning a double play in each instance. Well, return of Napoli, who takes strike one. 200 average for Napoli, 9 homers and 26 runs batted in. Boston-based daily fantasy company DraftKings.com, the official daily fantasy partner of your Boston Red Sox. They're giving out $300 million in cash prizes. Enter promo code NESSON to play for free. On the outside corner, Napoli strikes out looking in his first at bat back tonight, and there's out number one of the third inning, and again they work him away.
Yeah, that's what they've been doing consistently to Napoli, either high in the strike zone, out of the strike zone, or to the outside part of the plate. That has been very, very consistent against Mike Napoli. That time more of a two-seam fastball that starts out outside and comes back and gets the corner.
And one down here in the third inning for Mookie Betts. The return for Betts to the Red Sox lineup after a collision with the wall out there in the bullpen. This was unbelievable, and fortunate that he just got out of this, missing a couple of games as hard as he hit into that wall. With a sprain in his lower back. Able to take BP today. Went through a series of tests to make sure he'd be good to go tonight, and here he is with a base hit into center field. Third Boston hit of the night, the first for Mookie Betts.
That's a good sign right there. Betts, as you mentioned, on the lineup for the Red Sox very late coming out today because they were waiting to see if Mookie Betts had the ability to play tonight. And as you mentioned, took batting practice, loosened up, and said that he was ready to go, and just proved it with a base hit up the middle.
1 out, 1 on. Sandy Leon coming up here. 167. No homers, 2 runs batted in. 0 for his last 6 at the plate. Quick check on Betts, back to the bag.
Mookie with 10 steals on the season, caught twice, 83%. Excellent for Betts.
Back to the bag safely is Betts.
You can hear the yell back, and that's by Arnie Baylor, the first base coach. And you know, it's a habit that first base coaches get into. They should do it, yell back, but actually by the time you hear it as a base runner, it's too late. You got to make that decision a little bit sooner than you hear it. If you go back when the first baseman says it, you're going to be out.
Another throw over, a little closer that time. Mookie diving back. Talk about the number of double plays the Braves have turned 2 here tonight. They've now turned 67 in the field this season. Ranked second in the majors. Lead again for Mookie, getting back out there. Always gets a big lead. Chop foul towards the end of the Braves dugout. Red Sox Suites and Premium Packages provide a VIP experience for you and your guests. Call 877 Red Sox 9 or email premiumsales@redsox.com for more information.
A lot of throws to first base, and what that does when you have to dive back a lot, it takes a little spring out of your legs, and that's why you'll see pitches, guys that can run and get them to dive back as much as possible.
On the ground to first base, Freeman will go to second for 1, back to first for 2. Third double play in 3 innings turned by the Atlanta Braves. We are scoreless through 3 from Fenway. especially when all you have to do to get $100 is open an Eastern free checking account. Learn more at easternbank.com/free checking. Then we head to the top half of the fourth inning. Red Sox crowding into some double plays, 3 to be exact, in the first 3 innings. Cameron Maybin leading it off here for Atlanta. They've been grounded out to shortstop in the first inning.
Well, you highlighted it, Don, all the double plays that this ball club has turned the Atlanta Braves, and here's another one started by Freeman at first base. Off balance throw and back to Freeman, who was close to the bag, and the third double play hit into by the Red Sox tonight. That was a pretty nice adjustment on that double play by Simmons, the shortstop.
Now Porcello so far so good. He's given up 1 hit through the first 3 innings, 2 strikeouts. Only 1 ground ball out so far, though, for Porcello. Swing and a miss, and Cameron Maybin becomes a 3rd strikeout victim for Rick Porcello.
See, that's the good sinker right there. The one with the right-handed hitter at the plate that buries him down and in. And you'll see this natural movement on the sinker from Porcello going down and in, and swinging right on top of it is Maybin. Very good sinking fastball right there by Porcello.
1 down here in the 4th inning. Freddie Freeman takes a pitch in the dirt for ball 1. Freeman, a strikeout victim in the first inning. 1 of 3 Ks for Rick Porcello on the night. Now for Freeman, in the last 39 games, he's reached base safely in all but 4 games during that time. Hitting at .325 during that stretch. See his hit direction. Fouling it straight back, ended up being down the middle. In the dirt, 3-1. Now, Rick Porcello has retired the last 7 Braves in a row. Dealing with Freddie Freeman here with 1 out in the 4th inning, and Nick Markakis waiting on deck. First 3-ball count of the night for Porcello. To center field and in for a base hit. So Mookie Betts will gather it. A 1-out single for Freeman. Let's check back in with Guerin.
Hey, thanks, Don. The Braves franchise, the oldest continuously operating pro sports franchise in America, started here in Boston during the 1870s and played under the name the Boston Braves from 1912 until 1952, when the franchise moved to Milwaukee before settling in Atlanta in 1966. While here in Boston, the Braves went to 2 World Series, winning in 1914 and losing in 1948. In a game program from 1951, the concession prices show a hot dog was 20 cents, a bottled beer was 30 cents, and a warm-up jacket was a whopping $7. Don, I don't know. It sounds like quite a bargain compared to today's prices.
Yeah, certainly was, no doubt. And hear from a lot of the old timers how much they enjoyed Boston Braves baseball here at one point back in the day over Huntington grounds here.
Why are you looking at me?
Well, I'm not saying. I know you didn't play in that era, but
I didn't watch that era
kind
either.
Of an old timer in your own right.
No. And I never bought a Frankfurter for 20 cents.
The 1 pitch is in their first strike. Well, you're an older gentleman, you know. You're an older gentleman. You're not quite that older. Your wings are really flying tonight, by the way, too. This one, you look like you may take off at any moment.
I noticed that before. 0-2. Runner goes, and here comes a throw from Leone, and that is not going to be in time. Gets away. Not sure if it hit Freddie Freeman or not. Change direction, headed towards second base as Freeman steals second base.
Atlanta 7th in the league in steals, and Freeman picking up his 3rd of the season right there as that throw goes awry. Leone has been excellent so far this season throwing out runners, but that throw off target a little bit.
Don Orsillo, Jerry Remy, Garrett Austin. Game 1 of a 4-game series, home and home between the Red Sox and the Braves. Scoreless contest here in the 4th inning. And a pitch riding inside. And Nick Markakis to even the count at 2-2. Juan Uribe waiting on deck here for the Braves. First Atlanta Brave in scoring position in this game. And Markakis will send this out to left field for a base hit. Going to wave Freeman around, and he will score without a problem. Atlanta takes a 1-0 lead here in the 4th inning. RBI single and his 2nd hit of the night for Nick Markakis.
And Markakis continues to haunt the Red Sox, whether it be in a Baltimore uniform or now Atlanta, as he picks up his 2nd base hit. Jammed a little bit, it looked like, on that swing, but able to push that ball out to left field. Hanley Ramirez had no chance at that except to play it off the grass, and in comes the first run for the Braves.
So 1-0 Atlanta. Here is Juan Uribe. In the dirt for ball 1. Good block there by Leone. No advance from Markakis at first. Mookie Betts over towards right center. Somewhat of a gap out there in left center for Uribe. He'll send it the other way into right field for a base hit. Charging is Holt, and he'll get it back in, but first and second now for Atlanta with 1 out. 3 straight hits here for the Braves.
And a 4-game hitting streak now for Uribe. 2 pitches going to the opposite field. Markakis on 1 pitch, Uribe on the other. Drops in front of Brock Holt.
So 2 on, 1 away, a run in, and Kelly Johnson coming up.
Yeah, I mentioned this team will put the bat on the ball. They don't strike out at all. They do strike out, but they're the toughest team in the National League to strike out, so they do make a lot of contact.
Johnson was a strikeout victim back in the 2nd. A little drop in there for strike 1 on the curveball. th pitch of the inning coming up here for Porcello. And a pickoff play at second, no throw. As diving back to the bag at second base was Markakis.
Very little daylight there between Xander Bogaerts, Porcello, and Markakis at second base, and that's why there was no throw.
Second career start for Porcello against the Braves. First one since 2013 as a member of the Detroit Tigers. Fly ball center field. Betts going back and over to make the catch. Tagging at second base is Markakis. Throw is cut off, and he'll get there standing on the fly out to center. First and third now with 2 down in the inning.
That ball hit pretty well towards center field, but a very good jump, as you can see, by Mookie Betts. He just stands there, reads it, goes back, and gets himself in good position to throw to third base. Little chance of throwing him out, but at least he hits the cutoff man, and that doesn't allow the runner at first base to advance.
First and third, 2 down. A.J. Pierzynski coming up. A.J. fouled out to Pablo Sandoval, third base in the second inning. A.J. Pierzynski last year splitting the year between the Red Sox and the St. Louis Cardinals. 72 games with Boston, ended up the year 30 with the Cardinals. Grounded foul outside of first. Tomorrow at 3, don't miss. Red Sox first pitch presented by Joseph Abboud, available at Men's Warehouse. Tom Caron and Steve Lyons will have an in-depth preview of an important start for Wade Miley. Foul back, and it's a ball and 2 strikes down to Pierzynski.
Of course, the big story in the paper tomorrow will be the meeting the Red Sox had today. John Farrell and company talking to his ball club prior to the media being allowed into the clubhouse this afternoon. And it was an interesting press conference, I thought.
This will get away, and from third base comes Markakis. So the Braves able to pick up their second run here of the 4th inning and take a 2-0 lead. It was a breaking ball from Porcello that gets away.
Yeah, we have not seen many of those tonight. A curveball this time that's going to kick off. You know, it looked like Leon got himself in pretty good position to make the block, but then the ball just took off to his left, and a run comes home.
So the wild pitch. It's the runner home, and Markakis gets Uribe to second base. Pierzynski on the ground under the glove of Napoli at first base into right, and around comes Uribe. He'll score, and Atlanta takes a 3-0 lead. It is ruled a single and an RBI, but it did get some of the glove of Mike Napoli at first base.
And that's a play that we see Napoli make quite often, diving to his right, and that time it goes off the webbing of the glove. Glove was knocked down low to the ground, and it was able to get underneath the glove, and another run comes home. We're talking about that meeting that they had this afternoon, and you know, you only can guess obviously what goes on in something like that, but how did you judge John Farrell's press conference afterwards? He seemed to be pretty matter of fact.
Yeah, and I think he took a lot of questions today that he doesn't generally take, to be honest with you. I thought a lot of the Red Sox beat writers today were more candid in their questions, and I think John did a pretty good job in answering those questions and being as honest as he possibly could be. But there were a lot of questions, and I think even a few about his job and whether or not he is fighting for his job right now. And it was kind of interesting, his take on all of that and trying to really focus in. And you've played here before, Jerry. Obviously, you know this. How hard is it to get rid of that outside noise and sort of focus on what you're doing here?
It's very difficult. It really is, because you know that it's one of the prices you pay for playing in Boston and playing in New York and Philadelphia. I mean, they're rabid fans. You're the talk of the town, whether you're going good or whether you're going bad, and it's not good when you're going bad. And I think some of that has kind of filtered down a little bit maybe throughout the clubhouse, and I think the players themselves are trying to get some of the negativity away. Now, it's hard when you're 8 games back and not playing well, and the Red Sox have not been playing well. They still have a belief that they can turn things around, and it's kind of taken on a thing like it's us against the world now.
Well, the Braves score 3 times and take a 3-0 lead through 3.5. checking account in the month of June, and you'll get $100. Learn more at easternbank.com/free checking. Last of the fourth inning at Fenway, the Atlanta Braves put 3 on the board in the top half of the inning. Top of the Red Sox order will lead it off here in the home half of the fourth. Pedroia, Holt, and Ramirez. Anybody gets on, David Ortiz would get a chance. Williams Perez so far has allowed 3 hits. But the Braves have turned 3 double plays in the first 3 innings.
Don, we're continuing on that meeting with just a little bit, and one thing Farrell said was about players taking accountability. And it's a pretty simple thing to do, you know, when things aren't going well or you make a mistake or you messed up. And I've always felt that the best way to answer the question is, I messed it up, you know, I stunk, I bleeped it, you know, and what else can you say? I mean, There's nothing else you can say. Just stand there, take it, say it. And as they can ask it 1,000 ways, if you give the same answer, it's over. And I think that, you know, yesterday, from what I understand, there were only a couple of players left in the clubhouse by the time the media got down there.
Yeah. And they were the younger members of the Red Sox. They were not the veterans, not the leaders, not the guys that you expect to hear from, or you do hear from in the good times. You need to hear from them in the bad times as well, and they need to be there and be accountable. And he said as much, I think, to the media today and also to his team.
Yeah, I would agree.
1-2 pitch in the air to left. Johnny Gomes going to dive and make the catch. I've seen a few of those over the years from Johnny Gomes. He just robbed Pedroia of a base hit.
Well, one thing we know, Johnny Gomes is not afraid in left field, that's for sure. And here he goes into a dive on a ball that's slicing away from him. Pops right back up and gets it into the infield. Nice play by Johnny Gomes, taking the extra bases away from Pedroia.
One down here in the fourth inning, and it brings up Brock Holt. You look at the numbers, Jerry, and it is so frustrating because I really think this team is a lot better than what we have seen through the first 64 games of the year.
I couldn't agree more. And, you know, we didn't know really what to expect coming out of spring training. We certainly didn't expect this team to be 10 games under 500 at this stage of the season. There were a lot of question marks, obviously, and it has been a situation where when the pitching's been good, they haven't hit. When they've hit, the pitching hasn't been good. I mean, it's been everything. I mean, bad play in the field. It's been, you know, mental mistakes. It's been just a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, the center field for Brock Holt, a 1-out single, and the 4th hit of the night for Boston.
I think the most important thing, Don, is that they, you know, continue themselves, and this is what they were saying after, they continue themselves to believe in themselves that they are going to play better. They are going to be a better ball club than what they've showed, and that's really where it has to stay, in that room. I mean, if you lose that belief in that room, you're done. You really are. You're done. You know, and you know, to a man, Pedroia was talking about it this afternoon. He says, what goes on in here is going to stay in here. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep battling, and that's all you can do in these situations.
Now, this last week certainly has taken on a life of its own, though. The way they have lost the games have sort of changed.
It's been awful. It's been awful. There is no sugarcoating what is going on around here. It's been terrible. Everybody knows it. They know it. And it's embarrassing when you're playing in front of your home crowd and playing the type of baseball that the Red Sox have been playing. And that's the frame of mind you're trying to get out of.
This is grounded softly towards second, and a throw to first base that will get Hanley Ramirez. No chance that time because of how slowly it was hit for the Braves to turn their 4th double play of the game. But Holt will take second with now 2 down.
Peterson not even taking a chance at tagging Holt, as he was just about by him already. So he just goes to first base and picks up the out there.
On to the shift here on David Ortiz with 2 down in the 4th inning. Big Pop with a single to center field in the 2nd inning. Well, David with that base hit back in the second. Now a 6-game hitting streak, 368 along the way. Inside for ball 2, 2-0. Now 3-0. Perez has not walked anybody yet tonight, and he struck out one batter.
The question's always asked, too, how do you turn it around?
Every day.
Well, you know how you turn it around? It's like what they put on the Patriots Super Bowl rings. Do your job.
Fly ball left field. David got the green light, 3-0. And Johnny Gomes will put it away out there to end the fourth. We head to the fifth, 3-0. Braves on top. On TC, should all interleague games use the DH? Text Sox 1 for yes, Sox 2 for no. Text your answer to 536-536. Message and data rates may apply. One message per vote. Visit NESN.com/terms for terms and conditions as well as privacy policy.
I don't know how to answer that one.
It's tough. I mean, we've seen so many injuries for pitchers take place, at least American League pitchers, it seems.
I mean, I'm for the DH in all of baseball.
All the way around, but where it's not, what do you do?
And there's been the theory, well, if the National League is playing in an American League park, why don't you let them play National League baseball so American League fans can see that? And just the opposite, when the American League goes to a National League park, use the DH there.
On the ground, and nicely picked by Porcello. He'll flip to first. Low throw, but Napoli's got it. And Andrelton Simmons, the first out here of the fifth inning. Nice play by Porcello, helping out his own cause. And, of course, the Red Sox pitchers will be hitting when we go to Turner Field for the Wednesday-Thursday portion of this home-and-home series. Jace Peterson coming up here, top of the order for the Braves. He has popped to short, popped to second. A lot of curveballs tonight from Porcello.
I just don't think two sets of rules in baseball make sense at all to me. It just doesn't make sense.
There's a pop-up foul off to the left out of play. The argument, certainly from a Red Sox standpoint for a number of years, has been the David Ortiz argument that when you go into those National League ballparks, you build your team around a designated hitter, especially the Red Sox who have a true designated hitter. A lot of teams kind of pass that around and don't have a guy who's a DH every day. Well, the Red Sox do. But the one thing that has worked for the Red Sox, the fact that David can play defensively at first base and done a nice job in those games, despite playing there so infrequently over the years.
Well, the one thing that doesn't back up the complaints, though, is that the Red Sox win in interleague play.
Right.
They're going to win a record.
True. Fouled off to the left. I think the thing that really worked against him is that one stretch where I think it used to be, remember, you play all your interleague games kind of the middle of June, and you play. Red Sox at one point had 12 games straight in which David would either have to play first base or not play. And now that interleague is interspersed throughout the entire season, I think it is a better system this way. Swing and a miss, and Porcello picks up his 5th strikeout of the night. 2 down.
Maybe the best curveball Porcello's featured so far in the game tonight as he goes down and in against Peterson to pick up the strikeout. See it on the Amica pit zone. Down in and just just barely on the plate.
Amica Insurance, great service, great coverage, and a great price for auto, home, or life insurance. 2 down here in the 5th inning. Cameron Maybin will take strike 1.
Now, you can argue it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
Either you like it, you don't like the DH, whatever. But I think there should be one set of rules in baseball.
To right field, Brock Holt moving over and back to make the catch. Hot shot out there, but he runs it down. Porcello has a 1-2-3 5th. It is 3-0 Atlanta. Games at Fenway, all with a 200% guarantee. Right now, Ace Ticket has special savings on all Red Sox games, including the Yankees. Visit Ace Ticket or call 1-800-MySeats. Last half of the 5th inning at Fenway, 3-0 Braves on top. Xander Bogaerts, Pablo Sandoval, and Mike Napoli out here in the 5th. Xander bounced into a 6-4-3 double play in the 2nd inning. Red Sox have grounded into 3 double plays in this game. On the ground to shortstop, and Andrelton Simmons for the first out of the 5th inning. Well, make sure to take advantage of specially priced student tickets. $9 tickets are available for every Sox game for all students 15 and over. Visit redsox.com/students to take advantage of this great offer today. One down in the 5th inning. Pablo Sandoval coming up. His second look at Williams Perez. Sandoval flied out to left field in the 2nd inning. Mike Napoli waiting on deck. Red Sox batting here in the home half of the 5th inning. 50th pitch for Perez. Right now you can get up to 60 months with no interest on anything at Jordan's Furniture. Furnish one room or your entire home. Best of all, you'll get to enjoy it right now. Visit Jordans.com for details. Sandoval on the ground, and Simmons to the backhand, plants and throws. High throw, but Freddie Freeman's pretty tall. Reels it in, 2 down.
Yeah, and again, don't forget now, this grass is wet. It's been sprinkling, it's been showering all night long, and you take for granted. But when these balls get into the glove, these infielders, it's wet and it's tough to get a grip on. That may be the reason that ball started to sail right there. But Freeman at first base able to make the play.
2 down in the 5th, and brings up Mike Napoli. He struck out looking in the 3rd inning. The only strikeout for Williams Perez tonight. And again, they start him away on that outside corner. On the ground, softly hit. Uribe from 3rd base cuts it off. Low throw, but it's dug out by Freddie Freeman, and the Red Sox are down in order on 3 ground ball outs through 5. 3-0 Braves. to Boston Healthcare for the Homeless program. Through their continued efforts in the local community, Aetna is helping to build a healthier world, one city, one strikeout at a time. Now it's on to the top of the 6th inning, 3-0. Braves have the lead over the Red Sox. Freddie Freeman leading it off here against Rick Porcello. 74th pitch of the outing for Porcello. Third AB of the night for Freeman. He struck out swinging, single to center, stolen a base, and scored a run. Red Sox shifting defensively on the right side on the Braves' first baseman. Another curveball from Porcello, and that one misses. 2-1. Freeman will be followed by Markakis and Uribe. Fly ball left field. Hanley Ramirez going back onto the track, and Hanley will make the catch for the first out of the 6th inning. Well, Rick Porcello's pitching line is brought to you by Ace Ticket. 5 1/3, 5 hits, 3 runs. Hasn't walked anybody and has struck out 5. All the runs for the Braves coming in the 4th inning. RBI for Markakis, an RBI for A.J. Pierzynski, and a wild pitch scored a run as part of that inning. 1 out for Nick Markakis. Two for 2 in the game, a single to center and an RBI single to left. Another curveball, and that's in there for strike 2. Markakis signing a 4-year contract with the Braves after playing 9 seasons with Baltimore. Orioles 7th round selection overall back in 2003. Going to be with Atlanta though this season, and then 3 more. A pretty major surgery during the offseason. Fusion surgery to repair a herniated disc in his neck in December. Still misting here at Fenway Park as we play with 1 out in the top half of the 6th inning. 2-2 pitch. And Markakis grounds it down to Napoli at first base. He'll take it himself to the bag. 2 down here in the 6th inning. It's time now for a game break brought to you by Jordan's, the furniture store of the Boston Red Sox. Tom? All right, Tom, thanks very much. Back here at Fenway Park, where the Red Sox trail the Braves 3-0. And Jerry, I was very impressed by what I saw from the Toronto Blue Jays this weekend.
Yeah, a little scary. It really was. That offense is unbelievable.
Caught at third by Sandoval. Went up in the air, and he robs Uribe of perhaps extra bases. A 1-2-3 6th inning. A little ups from the Panda.
The sixth inning, Sandoval taking a step to his right just prior to the pitch. Watch him take the step. They're going to go fastball inside, so he moves over his step and right in position to make that play on the line drive. Able to go up, jump as high as he can, but the positioning is everything. Knowing where the pitch location is going to be, fastball inside, he moves to his right, expecting to pull, and is able to take extra bases away.
There's Mookie Betts to lead it off. He doesn't make that step or two, and he's not going to make that play.
That ball's on the left field line.
Mookie getting his second look at Williams Perez tonight. He singled in center field in the third inning, has one of 4 Boston hits. Runs inside on him, and it's 3-1 now to Betts. Williams Perez coming in with a 2-0 record, a 2.70 earned run average. And a base hit into right field for Mookie Betts. His return tonight to the Red Sox lineup. He's 2 for 2.
Inside out swing that time by Mookie, taking the ball the other way. See the location of the pitch. It's out over the plate, even maybe a little in. Usually that's a pitch that he pulls. But this time you see the hands inside the baseball, head right on the ball, and taking it to the opposite field for the base hit.
15 multi-hit games this season now for Mookie Betts. On to begin things here in the 6th inning. Here's Sandy Leon. There goes Betts. Leon grounds one foul outside of first. Red Sox have to try to stay out of a double play here. The Braves have turned 3 already tonight. Leon grounded into a 3-6-3 double play in the 3rd inning. Fouled off to the left, and it's 0-2.
You know, my guess is that was a straight out steal by Betts, because very seldom do you play hit and run when you're 3 runs down in a ball game. You're looking for the big blast, obviously, and I think Betts just trying to steal second base on his own right there. But of course the ball swung at by Leon.
Swinging a foul off A.J. Pierzynski, the catcher. Tomorrow at 3:30, don't miss Red Sox Game Day Live, presented by DCU. TC and Steve Lyons will be joined on set by Red Sox General Manager Ben Cherington. DCU, Digital Federal Credit Union. What can DCU save you? Single by Mookie Betts beginning the bottom of the 6th inning. Broke up a string of 5 in a row. Retired by Williams Perez. 0-2 pitch to Leon again. He'll have to wait as Betts dives back safely. Popped up, foul ground. That'll get back into the seats. Leon starting his 19th game of the year. Throw to first, and a little closer that time, but Mookie does get back safely.
And I think back many years, and Mookie Betts, to me, takes one of the biggest leads you'll get at first base.
That time they got him. It appeared to be a little bigger that time, and they were close the time before. Now they pick him off.
Yeah, and those are the mistakes that just kill you right there. I mean, we just highlighted the fact of how big his lead is, and when you're down by 3 runs, this can't happen.
First career pickoff for Perez, and the Red Sox have nobody on now with 1 out in the 6th inning. One-two to Leon, and a swing and a miss. Strikes out. Second strikeout for Perez. 2 down here in the 6th inning.
First strikeout for him was on a breaking ball to Napoli. A fastball to Napoli. This time it's a changeup to Leon. And Leon with an off-balance swing. All that weight on the right foot, the front foot.
Pitching line for Williams Perez is brought to you by your Eastern Lexus dealers. 5 2/3, 5 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 Ks, 66 pitches, and now deals with Pedroia. Dustin 1 for 2 in the game tonight. Singled in the first. Lined out to left on a great diving catch by Johnny Gomes. Was robbed of his 2nd hit of the night. Cameron Maben, the center fielder, over towards right center. See the gap out there in left center field. Well, the catcher we're talking about back in the 4th inning to Rob Pedroia. We've seen this a few times over the years. Fully extended. And a great catch by Johnny Gomes. Pedroia taken all the way, and it's a 4-pitch walk for Pedroia. First walk of the night allowed by Williams Perez. So a 2-out base runner here in the 6th inning. Roger McDowell to the phone, it appears, and may get some action here in the Braves pen. Pitch is outside to Brock Holt. Dana Evelyn going to be first up here for the Braves. He's not yet thrown a pitch out there in the pen, but he is up now with Perez walking Pedroia here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. And falling behind Brock Holt, 2-0. That's 6 straight balls now from Perez. H.B. Hood salutes the Red Sox Foundation for its commitment to 4,900 accredited charities throughout New England. A 2-out walk for Williams Perez, and now he falls behind Holt, 2-0. Brock tonight is grounded into a double play and singled to center field. Not close. 3-0.
So Pazinski pointing to the shoulder there, that front shoulder for Perez flying wide open, and that causing that ball to sail well way away from Holt.
There's ball 4, back-to-back walks on 8 pitches. So all of a sudden, Williams Perez has lost his control. And this will bring out Roger McDowell right now.
When you look at the pitching for the Atlanta Braves, they are last in the league as far as walks. They have ranked 15th in the National League as far as walking people.
And Evelyn continuing to warm in the pen. He's not been up long. Actually, Evelyn has sat down. Luis Avilan is now up in the pen. 2 on, 2 down, and Hanley Ramirez coming up here. Red Sox trying to get something done here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Trying to take advantage of a momentary loss of control by Williams Perez. Hanley Ramirez has flied out to center, grounded out to second base. '75th pitch, and that's not close. Cleveland being joined now by Nick Massett in the pen. So they got a right-hander and a left-hander up right now. See if Evelyn can get ready for David Ortiz quickly enough. We'll see. Gets that far. There is a strike as he just does pick up the corner. 1-1.
That was a bit of a gift right there, especially for a guy that's walked back-to-back hitters and fell behind 1 ball and no strikes.
That had been 9 straight balls thrown by Williams Perez. Down the right field line and foul towards Canvas Alley. Well, tonight's suits are designed by Joseph Abood, custom made in the USA from fine Italian fabrics, available at Men's Warehouse. One and 2 the count to Hanley Ramirez. 2 outs, 2 on. And Perez taking too long, so Ramirez backs out. Two and 2. Wonder if this will be Perez's last batter if he's unable to get Hanley Ramirez. Chop to third base. Uribe will tag the bag, and that will be that. So Perez does get out of this. We've been through 6. It's 3-0 Atlanta. process components to biopharmaceutical plants throughout the Northeast. Did you know FW Webb did that? Learn more about this proud Boston Red Sox sponsor at fwweb.com. Getting out of that jam in the inning was Williams Perez. All of a sudden lost his control through 9 straight balls, but able to get out of it on a ground out as Hanley Ramirez grounds out to third base to end the inning on the force out at third of Dustin Pedroia. It's on to the 7th, and Kelly Johnson ending it off, and ball and a strike here to Johnson. Third plate appearance of the game. He struck out swinging and flied out to center field. Curveball, and this will be a fair ball down the left field line. Sandoval is going to run it down. Holding on for a single is Johnson. He'll get back to the bag.
Most of the time you see the curveball pulled, but not that time. It goes the other way, almost like a mistake down that left field line. Sandoval chasing it down off that wall and gets it back into second base in a hurry, holding Kelly Johnson to a single at first base. He's looking to see if he can get 2, but nope, not in this ballpark.
That breaks up a string of 7 in a row retired by Porcello. 1 on, nobody out. A.J. Pierzynski. And a swing and a miss. Ball gets away and in to the stands off of a fan. So second base for Kelly Johnson here. Only 1 base from a ball that originates from the rubber.
Curveball this time from Porcello, and again bouncing and deflecting off the hand or the forearm of Sandy Leon.
So wild pitch. That's Kelly Johnson at second base in a scoring position with nobody out. High fly ball to right field, sending Brock Holt back. He'll have plenty of room out there as he makes the catch. Tagging at second base is Johnson. Throw is cut off. And Johnson at third on the flyout by A.J. Pierzynski. Well, don't miss WB Mason Extra Innings Live right after tonight's game. Tom Caron and Jim Rice will break down tonight's game and have post-game reaction from Rick Porcello and John Farrell. Whatever, whenever, wherever. Who but WB Mason?
Good job there by Pierzynski, man at second base, getting that long fly ball to right field to advance him and get him to third base before 2 are out. Red Sox now will have to play the infield in. They play a shift on Johnny Gomes. They 3 players on the left side of the infield.
Wow, they are tight together.
They really are. And Napoli just about halfway between first and second.
So they have set up a fence on the left side. Huh?
Very good, Don. Very good.
Come on back over here, Dustin. Get back into the fence defense here. Johnny Gomes 0 for 2. He's flied to right and struck out looking. And 65% of his hits going to the pole side.
That's why you see the fence.
That's why they're stacked up over there. In there for a strike, 2-1. Well, just back with the club today, Robbie Ross Jr. Jeff Bianchi designated for assignment. Red Sox had a need for another reliever in the pen. 3 balls and a strike to Johnny Gomes. Andrelton Simmons waiting on deck. Braves batting here in the top half of the 7th. Already with a 3-0 advantage and threatening for more with Kelly Johnson at third base. Swing and a miss. Healthy hack there for Gomes.
Yeah, Gomes expecting a fastball on the 3-1 count. Didn't get it. Got a change up that time from Porcello. Good one. He's able to keep it down in the zone. There you see the change up grip.
Second full count of the contest for Porcello. And a foul off to the right. Gomes will see his 7th pitch in this at bat. Ball 4. And Gomes works a walk here with 1 out in the inning. So that is just the first walk of the night given up by Porcello. Get immediate care without leaving the ballpark at the Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center First Aid Station, located behind Section 12 on the lower concourse. BIDMC is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. First and third, 1 out here in the 7th inning, and Andrelton Simmons 0 for 2 in the game.
Going to kind of be heads up for anything here. A man at third base, 1 out, 9 men at the plate. You never know. Could squeeze.
And that one gets up near the hands of Simmons, and it may have got his hand. Randy Gonzalez out to check on him. He is in some pain.
It's a changeup, too, that's inside. You can see he is trying to bunt, and he gets it right off the fingers. See the runner at third base. That was not a suicide squeeze attempt. That was a safety squeeze. The National League does that a lot, especially when their pitchers are hitting. And what they're trying to do, if they push the ball on the ground and it's not directly back at the pitcher, then they'll send that runner at third base. Obviously, the suicide squeeze is different. The runner at third takes off. It's kind of a do-or-die play.
Now the umpire's getting together here to figure out whether or not he was in the act of bunting when that hit his fingers. And if that's the case, it is a swing. And they are together talking about it right now. His home plate umpire, Ron Culpa's not sure. He's kind of blocked on the play.
Well, for me, it looks like the angle of the bat is back.
And that he is pulling back out of the way.
That's what it appeared to be.
Now they're going to check this out. It is, I believe, going to be a crew chief review, because they're just not sure. And the crew chief, Larry Vanover, will be joined by the home plate umpire, Ron Culpa. They are calling for the headsets here. And John Farrell in the midst of his conversation on the other side with the other 2 umpires on the field. Trying to get the feeling back in those fingers, and boy, it looked like got at least 1 or 2 coming in there. I think you're right. I think he was in the process of pulling back out of the way.
Oh, boy, he saw he was trying to just drop the ball down probably the first base line, and then when he saw the ball coming back in on him, that's when the barrel of the bat starts to come back. It's a tough call, but I'm going to go with he tried to pull it back and see where that ends up.
John Farrell just saw the replay on the big screen, and he is now arguing even louder.
He's not buying it.
No, he disagrees with us. He is hit, and he'll go to first base. Was not in the act of swinging, so they will have the bases loaded with 1 out. John just getting the news now as he sees the umpires coming back with the headsets off, and the runner headed down to first base. Base is loaded. And Simmons staying in the game for now. We'll see. Now John Farrell coming out and see if he is going to make a change, and he is, with Jace Peterson coming up. He's had Robbie Ross Jr. warming in the pen. And after 6 1/3, that will do it for Rick Porcello. We'll step aside. Pitching change from Fenway. Braves have a 3-0 lead. And Peterson taking a pitch up high for ball one. 16th appearance without a record, a 5.29 earned run average for the left-hander. 299 opponent average. In there for a strike, 1-1. A frustrated Rick Porcello throwing his glove into the stands on the way out to the dugout.
I've seen pitchers do that before. I've seen it a number of times. Frustration sets in. They've had enough. Glove goes. Some lucky fans got a very nice souvenir up behind the Red Sox dugout.
Not every day you get a glove.
No, not a glove. You come to the ballpark, think you got a foul ball, but not very often a glove.
Get rid of the hat. Get rid of a lot of his equipment. This is on the ground, foul.
It's kind of like me when I gave up golf.
That was it. You got rid of your entire set
in the lake.
The bag too.
Everything.
Why would you throw away the glove, though? I mean, the glove really didn't do anything.
Well,
it's just frustration.
It's frustration. It's I've had enough. I've lost 4 in a row. Bases loaded. I'm out of the game. See you later. Had enough of you.
To right and in for a hit. From third comes Kelly Johnson. Johnny Gomes will be stopped at third. It's back in and it gets away, but it is backed up by Ross. Another run in here for Atlanta. They take a 4-0 lead. So that run is charged to Rick Porcello.
Line drive, right, as you can see right there. Holt charging the ball. They got to hold up Gomes at third base. The ball's going to get by him right here a little bit from Leone, but backed up by the pitcher, Robbie Ross.
Chase Peterson now 6 for 9 with the bases loaded this season and drives in another run. Braves on top 4-0. Cameron Maybin now the batter, 0 for 3. And a foul back below us. Maybin is 6 for 8 with the bases loaded this season. That's good. .319 career batting average with the bases loaded. Down the right field line and foul.
And from what I understand, the glove did not go in the stands. It went down the tunnel. Oh, yeah, down the tunnel.
Oh, yeah.
Down the tunnel. Then the hat.
Watch out, Wade.
That's better than losing a glove.
On the ground right side, Pedroia is second for 1 on to first. It is in time. They turn it. Braves get another run. They lead it 4-0. 7th inning stretch from Fenway. Had a run in the top half of the 7th inning, out hitting the Red Sox 7-5 as Boston comes to bat here in the bottom of the 7th. The pitcher for the Braves, Dana Evelyn, into his 4th game of the year. He's not given up a run yet, gone an inning, 2 strikeouts and a walk. And he takes over for Williams Perez. Ends up going the first 6 innings of this contest, giving up 5 hits but no runs to the Red Sox. He walked 2, struck out 2, and the Braves behind him, turning 3 double plays in this game. A long talk here for a while. Carl Willis and Rick Porcello going over Rick's outing tonight. His final line, 6 1/3, 6 hits, 4 runs all earned, a walk and 5 Ks. He is on the hook for this contest right now. He came in individually at 4 and 6. David Ortiz to lead it off here in the bottom of the 7th. They stack it up defensively on the right side into the shift on Big Papi. Two for 28 against lefties in the 7th inning on in 2015. That from Alex Spear, the Boston Globe. Chop down the first baseline, foul. For every Red Sox game that goes into extra innings or the Sox get a save, CVS Pharmacy will make a donation to Children's Hospital towards a $25,000 commitment once again this season. CVS Pharmacy is the official pharmacy of the Boston Red Sox. 1-1 to Big Papi. And a big swing there, down 1 and 2.
Evelyn's been around with a number of teams in the big leagues as the conversation between Willis and Porcello continues. I thought Rick had good stuff in this ball game tonight.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, and Ortiz strikes out. A pitch up by the letters to get Ortiz for the first out of the bottom of the 7th inning.
And kind of a 3/4 delivery that time with the breaking ball, the slider. And he certainly didn't want to throw it that high, but still no contact by David Ortiz on the breaking ball.
Nick Massett warming in the pen for the Atlanta Braves here, with Evelyn first out of that pen. Massett behind him, and with 1 out here is Xander Bogaerts. Xander will take strike 1. Braves signing Dana Evelyn to a minor league contract. He started this year with Pawtucket after signing with the Red Sox during the offseason. Compiled a 2-0 record, 2 saves, 1.54 earned run average in 16 games with the Paw Sox. And then is signed as a minor league deal with the Braves, was in Gwinnett at AAA until June the 11th. And he was called up by Atlanta. Liner foul back into the seats. Pitched with the New York Mets last year, had a 2.63 earned run average and a 1-1 record in 30 games last year for the New York Mets. Struck out David Ortiz, now ahead of Xander Bogaerts, 1 and 2. Pablo Sandoval waiting on deck, 1 out in the Boston 7th inning. Red Sox trailing 4-0. Fly ball, center field. Cameron Maybin going back, and that ball is gone. Home run for Xander Bogaerts, his third of the year, straightaway center field, and the Red Sox are on the board.
Well, after a couple of ground outs to shortstop tonight, Bogaerts gets the fastball at 89 and straightaway center field. Into the bleachers out there. So the Red Sox now trail it by 3.
His brother Jair Bogaerts enjoyed that. Pablo Sandoval will take the pitch up high.
Oliver Ruber enjoyed that.
Yes. Alltown, New England's premier convenience retailer, is committed to supporting the communities they serve. For every home run the Red Sox hit the rest of the season, Alltown will donate $500 to the Cystic Fibrosis Multiple Sclerosis Fund. Visit alltown.com for a location near you. One to Sandoval. In there for strike 2. To right center field on the run is Maybin, and that's going to get in. Maybin will pick it up barehanded and throw it back in towards second. Missed the cutoff man. And Sandoval into second with a 1-out double. And he wants the baseball. I believe that's hit number 1,000 for him. And his 200th career double.
Now Sandoval has that knack, you know, to take pitches like this, breaking balls that are down and away, and somehow make contact with them against left-handers. He almost one-hands the ball out there to the outfield. Barehanded play out there by Maybin, and Sandoval into second base with that double.
So Pablo Sandoval won in that baseball because it's his 200th double. He is now at 999 career hits, so one shy of 1,000. He wants that baseball. So that'll do it for Dana Evelyn, as he leaves responsible for Pablo Sandoval at second base. Let's send it down to Guerin.
Thanks, Don. After tomorrow afternoon's game, the Red Sox and Braves will head to Atlanta for a 2-game set before Boston continues on to Kansas City for 3 games against the American League leading Royals. After that, the Red Sox will be back here at Fenway hosting 3 games against the Orioles before heading back out on a 7-game road trip to Tampa and Toronto. A lot of games coming up. Hey, Don?
Absolutely, and the Red Sox will head to Atlanta after these brief 2 games to continue this home-and-home series. And right now out of this game is Dana Evelyn, with Nick Massett now in, the right-hander coming in for Atlanta. Massett with a 4.66 earned run average in 11 games with the Atlanta Braves. His 20th appearance overall in the season. 1-1 mark, 15 strikeouts to 6 walks. Opponents hitting at .264 against Massett. To terms on May the 19th with a contract. And he will be dealing with Mike Napoli coming up with 1 out and Pablo Sandoval at second base. Stay tuned following WB Mason Extra Innings Live, a Red Sox final presented by Uno's. TC and the incomparable Jim Rice will recap the action from around the major leagues. Mike Napoli 0 for 2. He has struck out looking and grounded out to third base. Red Sox trying to make some noise here in the bottom of the 7th inning after being stymied through the first 6. Foul tip in. It's a ball and a strike to Napoli. A double for Sandoval, his first extra base hit against a left-handed pitcher this season in a Red Sox uniform. Able to do it against Dana Evelyn and chase him from this game. On the ground towards third, Uribe looks to runner back at second and throws out Napoli for the second out of the inning. So Napoli unable to get Sandoval to move along, and that'll bring up Mookie Betts. Calling all foodies, Billy Costa and Jenny Johnson want to hear what your favorite dish at your favorite restaurant is. All you have to do is send a quick video or photo of your meal and share at Dining Playbook on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Just hashtag TopNosh. 2 down, Sandoval at second base, and here's Mookie Betts. 2 for 2 in the game. He is single to center, single to right. After singling to right in the 6th inning, got picked off at first base by the starter Williams Perez. Tough pitch there from Massett. Picks up the corner.
Yeah, the only way you want to swing at that pitch is if you got 2 strikes on you. Not when the count's 0-0.
This will get away from Pierzynski, and to third base goes Sandoval.
Tried to snap off the breaking ball on time and deflects well up that third base line. There's that breaking ball coming back, but it doesn't get the glove. It gets the knee of Pierzynski, and that's why it carried him so far and allows Sandoval to get to third base.
Sandoval 90 feet away, 2 down here in the 7th inning. Betts will pop it up. Chase Peterson, the second baseman, makes the catch that ends the inning. Xander Bogaerts gets the Red Sox on the board with a home run. It is 4-1 Atlanta through 7. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. On to the top of the 8th inning, and Freddie Freeman grounding one off the glove of Ross, stays with it, recovers, and flips underhanded in time to get Freeman.
Like Ross had to get that glove up in front of his face to knock that ball down. Take another look at that hop, and it is up around the face, but fortunately the glove's out in front of him, looks around and finds that it's on its way to first base, which is always a good thing.
So Freeman retired for the first out of the 8th, and it brings up Nick Markakis. He is 2 for 3 on the night. Single in the 2nd, single in the 4th. We're grounding out in the 6th inning. Both bullpens are busy. Alexia Gondo up for the Red Sox. Jim Johnson, right-hander, up for the Atlanta Braves. Former Orioles closer. Fouled back, and it's 0-2. On the ground to third base, Sandoval. Good accurate throw to get Markakis for the second out of the 8th.
Had an opportunity that time to get himself set, even though the contact was from the left-handed batter. Sandoval able to set himself, get good footwork, and make that good accurate throw to first base. And to decide whether he was going to charge that ball and backhand it or play it going back on one hop. Decided to go back on a hop and made the right choice.
So 2 down here in the 8th inning. As Juan Uribe gets his 4th AB of the game. He's fly to right, single to right, and lined out to third base. Popped up foul, off to the right, not a play. It's time to vote for your Red Sox All-Stars. Support your favorite Red Sox by voting on the 2015 Esurance MLB All-Star Game ballot at redsox.com today. Make sure to vote early and often. 2-1 to Uribe. And he'll foul that back off to the right, out of play. Saw Jim Johnson up in the pen for the Braves. Despite the fact he had back-to-back 50-save seasons with the Baltimore Orioles, he is not the closer here with the Atlanta Braves. Jason Grilli is. Johnson has been the 8th inning guy primarily, and looks like he'll be coming in for the bottom of the 8th. To the backhand and by the dive of Bogarts into left field. A 2-out base hit for Juan Uribe. His second hit of the night.
Yeah, first hit went to the opposite field in front of Brock Holt. This time he pulls the ball past Xander Bogaerts in the dive at shortstop.
So a 2-out base runner, and it brings up Kelly Johnson. He has struck out swinging, flied out to center, and singled to left. Fly ball down the left field line. Sandoval going as far as he can, but that'll be back into the seats. So tonight, after our Red Sox coverage on NESN Sports Today, Adam and Gary will have a recap of tonight's game here at Fenway and Tom Brady's first statement since being suspended. Check it out tonight on NESN Sports Today, presented by People's United Bank. See what know-how can do. The 0-2 pitch to Kelly Johnson. Swing and a miss. The bat goes flying down the first base side, but that is strike 3 to end the top of the 8th inning. 7.5 done, 4-1 Atlanta. double plays in each of the first 3 innings for the Atlanta Braves after the Red Sox got the lead runner on in the first, second, and third. Quickly erased on 3 twin killings. And the Braves kind of setting the tone defensively there, getting out of some jams. Williams Perez early on. And the Red Sox did not score until the bottom of the 7th inning. They could not get their first run. Here is Jim Johnson into his 32nd game of the year, and he will miss with ball 1 to Sandy Leon leading it off. 2-3, a 3.07 earned run average, 23 strikeouts to 10 walks. Opponents hitting at .234 against Jim Johnson. Led the American League in saves back-to-back seasons. 2012 when he had 51 saves, and 2013 when he had an even 50 saves, and of course all of that in Orioles uniform. And the second pitcher in Major League history to record back-to-back 50 save seasons, along with Eric Gagne. Did it with the Dodgers in 2002 and 2003. Now a setup guy in the Braves pen. And there is strike 3 to Leon. First out of the 8th inning.
The second time Leon has struck out tonight. He takes a look back. He didn't like the second strike that was called on him. That breaking ball, obviously a good one right there, but the second strike that was called on him was dropped by Brzezinski, but it was actually a good pitch. And of course, you know, when the presentation is not there by the catcher, sometimes you don't get that call, but that time it was called a strike, and it should have been.
One down for Dustin Pedroia, who takes strike 1. Dustin, a .350 hitter against Jim Johnson in his career, 20 at bats. Back up the middle, and ranging is the second baseman. Peterson can't get it. He went diving back of the bag at second. And into center as Pedroia is on for the 3rd time tonight with his 2nd hit.
Yeah, another multiple hit game for Dustin Pedroia. Base hit back in the 1st inning. Now back up the middle. Once it gets by Johnson, no chance for anybody to make a play on that.
One down, Pedroia at first base, and here's Brock Holt. Brock grounded into one of those double plays. The one in the 1st inning. It was a 6-3 DP. Then a single in the 4th, a walk in the 6th inning. There is strike 1.
Go back to that Leon at bat. This is a pitch I was talking about. Brzezinski does not catch it, but look at the location of the pitch. It's right down the middle. And a lot of times you can see Leon looking back saying, how can that be a strike? You know, because it gets by the catcher. But the fact is, it's right down the middle of the plate. So even when catchers box one up, it still can be called a strike.
Jim Johnson going off the backside of the hill. He's going back and forth with AJ. Down and in for ball 2. Williams Perez, pitcher of record right now for Atlanta with 6 shutout innings. Danny Evelyn giving up the only run the Red Sox have, the home run by Xander Bogaerts in the 7th. 2-1 crank foul. Have a son or daughter who wants to learn more about baseball or the Red Sox? Visit NessonClubhouse.com, and there's videos, games, and a whole lot more. It's fun, free, and easy to use. Visit NessonClubhouse.com today. The old bullpen card is out there, Jerry. In the kids' concourse here at Fenway. Strike 3 call. Brock Holt goes looking. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Jim Johnson.
Well, that's what Johnson can do. He's got that two-seam fastball that can run back in on left-handers, and you're going to see it right here. See the late movement on that, and it picks up the inside corner.
Two down for Hanley Ramirez. Hanley flied out to center field in the first, grounded out to second base in the fourth, and then with a couple of men on, run it into a fielder's choice in the sixth inning. He was the last batter that Williams Perez, the starter, faced.
I didn't mean to annoy you on the comment about the bullpen con. I'm glad they don't use that anymore.
Did it take long? It must have taken some time to get the guy around the warning track. I mean,
it took a while. Plus, it took a lot of abuse. There was a lot of stuff thrown at that card.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And probably the best thing that ever happened was to get rid of that card and made the relief pitchers run in from the bullpen.
When did they stop that? Do you know?
I don't know. It's been a while. It's been quite a while. I think they stopped it for a while. I think they started it again
But
and
it
then
was
stopped
in
it.
your era.
Yes.
That they had that.
Yes. Which, according to you, would be about 1910
43 to 49.
Yeah. I'm trying to look young, sound young, act young, and you're just telling everybody how old I am. And it's not good now. It's not a good thing.
Well, Johnson struck out Leon to begin the inning. Pedroia singled to center. Holt struck out looking. Now he's ahead of Hanley Ramirez, 0-2. They've gone through them all. Jim Johnson either doesn't see him or doesn't want any of the pitches that he throws.
All right, AJ is going to say, do you have a pitch that I don't know about that you might want to throw?
Roger McDowell, the pitching coach for Atlanta, looking on. Two outs here in the Boston eighth inning with Pedroia at first base, held on by Freddie Freeman. Line to the second baseman Peterson, who makes the catch to end the inning. 4-1 Atlanta at the end of 8. Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now at southwest.com. Now the Red Sox trail the Atlanta Braves 4-1 as we head to the top half of the ninth inning. And Robbie Ross back out there again for Boston. He's been in the game since the 7th inning. A.J. Pierzynski drives this to left. Back goes Hanley, and it's going to be over his head and off the bottom of the wall. Ramirez gets it back in quickly, and A.J. Pierzynski holding on with a long single.
Well, Pierzynski, he doesn't wait around very long. He takes that fastball and takes it to the opposite field. Second hit he's had tonight's going to hit at the bottom of the wall right there, and I don't think Hanley had a chance at it if he keeps going back for it. So Pierzynski returns to Fenway Park. 2 hits, an RBI, and that's going to be it for Ross tonight.
Well, Alexi Agondo making his way in now in relief of Robbie Ross, as Ross ends up going an inning and 2/3 of relief. Tonight's game summary is brought to you by Xfinity. The starter tonight for the Atlanta Braves, and Williams Perez ends up going 6 innings, allowing no runs. Nick Markakis 2 for 4. A.J. Pierzynski 2 for 4. Rick Porcello on the hook in this game with 6 1/3, giving up the 4 runs that the Braves have. Xander Bogaerts supplying the only run the Red Sox have, his 3rd home run of the year. That home run coming off Dana Evelyn. Let's take a look at the Toyota play of the game. And it was back in the 4th inning as Dustin Pedroia got his 2nd at bat of the night and thought he had another base hit. He would line this out to left, but robbed by Johnny Gomes, fully extended on the dive to make that catch. And Johnny Gomes will be coming up here to face the new Red Sox pitcher, Alexi Agondo. 25th appearance, 1-0. The 3.81 earned run average, 18 strikeouts and 9 walks. Opponent sitting at 229 against Agondo. Last worked on Saturday against the Blue Jays, going an inning and a 3rd scoreless, allowing 1 hit. Fenway Park this year, he's had a 3.29 earned run average compared to a 4.38 ERA in 13 road appearances.
They were talking earlier this season today about the meeting. I got to tell you about a meeting that I was involved in with the Angels, and it was one of the most bizarre days I've ever had as a Major League Baseball player. Someone from up above in our front office decided that we all should be hypnotized.
Really?
Hypnotized. Yeah.
Wow, that's different.
Yeah, they pulled us into a room, and
as a group, you were hypnotized.
The whole team.
Wow.
And they're trying to hypnotize us. So we're not buying it. Most of us, anyway. Frank Tanana, who was a real character back in those days, was acting like he was being hypnotized, and he's walking around the room, like this and this. Anyway, to make a long story short, we go out that night and we got killed again.
So it didn't do anything for you.
It did absolutely nothing. But
maybe because you didn't buy in. Maybe that's part of the problem. I mean,
nobody did.
This one is fouled back above us and out of play. Do you remember what the hypnotist was trying to get you to do, or what?
It was all positive thoughts and deep breaths and
hits
and all this, and you visualize this and this and this, and then we went out and we just got killed. We just didn't do very well.
None of that happened.
So we never got hypnotized again.
No,
after that it was
canceled.
We got back at the club, everybody's looking at each other like, what is going on around here?
Swing and a miss. 94 on the fastball. It was up. Gomes tried to go up there to get it. Ball and 2 strikes here to Johnny Gomes, the closer. Atlanta Braves, Jason Grilli getting ready in the pen. Grilli was 16 saves on the season for the Braves. In the dirt outside, Gomes not chasing. 2-2. A.J. Pierzynski with a single to begin the inning. Chased Robbie Ross Jr. from the game, and Ross still responsible for Pierzynski at first base. Ross going an inning and 2/3, giving up 3 hits, no walks, had a strikeout. Strike 3 call. Gomes gets frozen, and there's the first out of the 9th.
That's a slider from Agado right there, and picks up. It's a good one to get Johnny Gomes to strike out. A lot of pitches up in the zone, but that slider right on the outside part of the plate, about knee high.
One down, one on. Here is Andrelton Simmons. He got hit in the fingers, showing bunt in the 7th inning.
Always the chance of a hit and run.
Off the end of the bat, foul. Tomorrow will be Wade Miley getting the start for the Red Sox. Play late day baseball at 4 o'clock here at Fenway. Julio Teheran will be going tomorrow for the Braves. On the ground to third base, Sandoval trying to start it to second for 1, on to first for 2. Double play. Well, the Red Sox have a chance to turn 1. In fact, they've turned 2 tonight. Then to the bottom of the 9th, 4-1 Atlanta. Southwest Airlines. Book your low fare now on Southwest.com. Your local Subaru dealers. Digital Federal Credit Union. See what DCU can save you. And by the Kia Sorrento. 9th inning back at Fenway Park. Red Sox with work to do. They trail 4-1 as they come to bat. David Ortiz, Xander Bogaerts, and Pablo Sandoval to face Jason Grilli. His 24th appearance, 2-2 with a 3.22 ERA, 16 out of 18 in save opportunities. Opponents hitting at .226 against Grilli. Ortiz will take strike 1. David 0 for 2, 3 walks and a K against Grilly. Big swing and a miss. 0 and 2. Ortiz first, then Bogaerts and Sandoval expected here in the 9th. Over the last 9 outings for Grilly, he's allowed 1 run in the last 9 innings while striking out 10. He struck out 29 batters in 22 1/3 innings. Ahead of David Ortiz, 0 and 2. David thought about it, but called the ball. 1 and 2.
Trying to get him to chase that high fastball up and away.
Ortiz stays alive, fouling the 93-mile-an-hour fastball back.
And David upset with himself that he missed that fastball. Good pitch to hit for him.
Ortiz hits one high in the air to left center field. Back towards the wall, and it'll be caught in front of the wall. Cameron Maben back there makes the grab. Perhaps on a warm summer night that may carry better, but not tonight.
Yeah, warm summer night, that ball's off the wall. There's no question about it, but not tonight under these conditions. The breeze blowing in from center field. You hit one that high, it takes over a little bit. Keeps it off the left field wall.
Ortiz the first out of the 9th, and here is Xander Bogaerts. Xander 1 for 3, homered his last time up in the 7th inning as the lone Red Sox run of this game. His 3rd home run of the year, 25th RBI. On the ground, foul.
Now back in the 7th inning, Xander Bogaerts hitting a home run, and as he rounds the bases, he'll point to his family up in the stands, and he'll point back to Xander.
Pop up this time, right side of the infield. Peterson's underneath. There are 2 outs in the 9th. Here comes Pablo Sandoval. Sandoval has flied out to left, grounded out to short, and doubled. 1 for 3 in the game. 1 for 5 in his career against Grilly. There is strike 1. Most saves in any year for Grilly. Had 33 saves in 2013 for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Been in the big league since 2000, breaking in with the Florida Marlins as they were known then. Well traveled over the years. Last year between Pittsburgh and Los Angeles. Swinging a foul tip 0-2, had 12 saves. Trying to secure his 17th here tonight, has 2 outs in the 9th. Napoli on deck. Sandoval stays alive. Popped up, fouled off to the left, out of play. Grilli has thrown 11 pitches, 10 for strikes since coming in. And Ortiz to fly out, Bogarts to pop out. Fly ball towards the gap in right center field, back towards the triangle, and that's going to be into the triangle on a hop. A ground rule double for Pablo Sandoval with 2 outs in the 9th.
Sandoval now with doubles in his last 2 at bats. So last time it was against a left-hander where he hit a breaking ball. This time against Grilli, he gets a fastball that he puts into the seats on 1 hop.
And that is his 1,000th career hit. So he's got his 200th double tonight and his 1,000th career hit.
That's certainly a baseball you've got to get back for Sandoval. Let's see where this ends up. Yeah, into the seat. So the bullpen's got work to do. They got to get that baseball for Pablo.
Now Mike Napoli 0 for 3 tonight. He'll take strike 1. Napoli 0 for 5 in his career against Grilli. Foul back 0-2. Let's see what kind of deal we can get going here. Security's gone over to discuss this.
Those are milestones that you certainly enjoy, getting your 1,000th hit in the big league level, and you get the baseball. And then hope to add another 1,000.
Napoli, it's a 1-hopper, explodes on Simmons, stays with it. Throw is low, and they can't dig it out. Red Sox will bring the tying run to the plate. Error charged to Simmons.
Well, Simmons had time after he bobbled the ball on the hop. It was not an easy hop to play, but from there he has time to throw him out and makes a bad throw to bounce into the dirt. You can see Napoli just now coming into the picture. That's why he gets the error. Freeman trying to get down as low as he can to catch that ball, ends up blocking it. So the Red Sox do bring the tying run to the plate here in the 9th.
Mookie Betts 2 hits tonight, a single to center, single to right before he popped out in the 7th. Ball 1. Sandoval at third, Napoli at first with 2 outs in the 9th. Breaking ball in there for a strike, 1-1. Alejandro Diaz has come out on deck to pinch hit for Sandy Leon. If we get that far, Koji Uehara just in case as well. Strike 2, and it's 1-2 now to Betts. Back-to-back breaking balls.
Yeah, it's a tough one too, because that's the one that's directly at you and breaks over the inside part of the plate.
2-2. Really got 2 outs, Ortiz and Bogaerts before the double by Sandoval. Error committed by Simmons allows Napoli to reach first and third, 2 outs. Tying run at the plate. Very high for ball 3. That appeared to slip out of the hand of Grilli. That slides one towards center field. That's going to get in for a hit. From third comes Sandoval. To third goes Napoli as the Red Sox keep it going here in the 9th.
Mookie, after a few days off, has had a very, very good night. 3 for 4 on the night. Keeps us alive for the Red Sox at the bottom of the 9th. Slider that time takes it to center field. He's had some very good at-bats in this game tonight. Napoli rounding second base. He'll make it to third.
Roger McDowell, the pitching coach, out there to talk to Grilli here with 2 outs and runners at first and third. Double-barreled action behind him from the Red Sox. David Arnsma, Luis Avalon warming in the pen. Tying run now at first base for Boston. De Aza standing in here, pinch hitting for Sandy Leon. Takes strike 1. 93 on the fastball from Grilli.
Outfield very deep, especially in right field and in center field, trying to prevent the ball from getting by them and have Betts be able to score from first base.
Fouled off to the left, and it's 0-2. Pedroia hoping to get a chance here in the 9th. Did he go? No, says Larry Vanover.
Anytime that bat starts, they're going to ask at third base, and that time the right call made. He did not swing.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 down in the 9th. De Aza grounds one back to the mound. Grilli will go to first, and that is the ball game. So the Red Sox make some noise in the 9th. They get a run, but they have suffered their 7th defeat in a row as the Atlanta Braves come into Fenway and take game 1 of the series 4-2, as the Red Sox and Atlanta Braves will play tomorrow game 2, late day baseball from Fenway Park. But for tonight, that's it. The Braves down the Red Sox 4-2 as we send it to Tom Caron.